Hello, what's up, guys? So, I'm super excited about the new update that Figma has released, and I'm happy to share this with you guys. Okay, this was a design I did some time ago, just listing out the list of skills. You can see that I had to create different section, I would say, different columns for each of the skills, and just to have it look aligned and nice. Okay, this is how it looks like in the real settings of it. You can see that you have browse talent here, you have a lot of sections under it, under developers. Then you move to the next one and all. So what I'm going to be sharing with you guys here right now is one of the new updates of Figma. Now I don't need to have different frames for this. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to copy this and show you how you can do this using the new tools that Figma has released, new features. I mean, so I'm going to open this up and bring everything out. Yep. Okay. Now this is cleared. So now the skills are together. What's the reason for having it inside auto layout? Because when I scale this, I want it to be responsive, right? So let's add everything to an auto layout, and I'm going to do that by selecting this and clicking enter to select the content inside this frame. So I'm going to apply auto layout feature here. So this is it, auto layout feature here. Now I have it like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this off just to show you guys how this thing looks like initially. So let's say I add like I just added Kenny to this. I sorry about that. I just added another layouts to this. What is expected to happen is that it's either it goes at its the content arranges itself horizontally like this or vertically like this. But there is this new feature where we have wrap. You can now wrap things. You can run the content around the frame of your parent. Now, what that means is that now look at this. Check this out. Let's say I set this to scale and I begin to do this. Can you see? This is a game changer, guys. This is a game changer. I'm super excited about this. It makes it responsiveness easier. And the beauty of this is that you can even now set um you can set maximum width for your frames, for your groups, for your frames, for your auto layout frame. You can now set maximum width and minimum width. Let's do that for this. So let's add a maximum width of let's consider the initial one of 875. So I'm going to come here, add maximum width of 875. So that means I do not want this thing to pass this length no matter how it is scaled. Rather, when it is scaled, I want it to align to the center. So let's bring it to the center, and when you're doing this now, you can see that it aligns to the center. I do not want this dimension to increase. That is the maximum width. But I can go say that let me add a minimum width of let me see, maybe I want minimum width of three columns, and that should account for something around 600 or something. So let's add a minimum width of, let's say, 6 or 575. Let's try 565. This is the minimum width. All right, so what that means is that when I'm bringing this down, and I keep scaling it down, now let me change this to um okay, you know what, I'm just going to do that right here. If I keep scaling it down from here, it will get to a point where it will not scale down again. You can see it is not going down again because of the minimum with 575 that has been set to it, and also the maximum, which is 875. It won't go past that 875. This is beautiful. Thank you, Figma. And there are a lot of new features that has been launched. Trust me, you guys are in for a game changer. For spacing mode, you cannot apply spacing mode option with gap in between items. So that's what I actually thought to share with you guys. So you could now there is variable. You have variable. You can create variables. You can see here, create variables. You can create color, number, strings, and boolean. So it's a whole lot of new things out there. You guys should definitely try this out. Try out all of these features and has been launched. It's exciting. Trust me, it can help your design process. So I can name this as say spacing XL. Create variable, another number, spacing. And the beauty of this is not like design token, whereby when you create tokens like that, you'd have to open the plugin of that particular token that you're using to be able to have access to the token register that you've created. Now that is no longer happening here. That is no longer happening here. If I create all this now, let's set the value of this to I'm using for spacing presently. So let me set this XL to say 12, and let's try this to say 16, or let's do 20. All right, so check this out. Now when I come here, oh, of course, um there is a setting here that I think they shared. I'm yet to go into this. So you can scope your variables according to Figma. You can set where you want this particular token to be seen, or variable to be seen. So do you want to use it on all supported property like corner radius? You want to use it with width and height, with gap, with you want to do that, you can set it however you want to set it. But here is what we need. We need it for gap. We need it for gap, and that is what we need it for. And same thing goes for this too. We don't need it for the other properties. We only need it for gap properties. So I'm going to go now and come here, and I should see something here. Apply variable. Yeah, you can see 1220, unlike the previous one where you can do that. So let me set this to 20. Or you can click on it again, apply variable. Maybe what they could help us do here is have some like list of maybe mostly used spacing, like a suggestion before you click on this, to see all the local variables that you've created so far. So these are all exciting things, and I'm happy about these and willing to start trying it out. Have fun, guys.